To Ocean's Pit, Neurotic Thursday, and we're having a
Yeah.
great day today, folks. It's a beautiful sunny day. It is Thirsty Thursday, folks. Again, with my good friend, of course, Carol Brandolino with us as my co-host, filling in for the lovely Laura Ocean. She's doing much better walking, and she's just getting better. It's been about a month and 2 weeks now that she's been home from her surgery. And again, thank you for all your flowers and cards and all that good stuff, all that goodwill. It's good. We got a great show lined up for you guys. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the military, our veterans. Thank you for what you do, and mostly thank you for your wonderful people who take the time and watch us during your lunchtime hour or any other time you get to watch it during the week. Ocean's Pit, Monday to Friday at noon. It's showtime. Let's go. Oh, it's Ocean's Pit. I'm here in lovely Elk Grove Village. And Carol, where are you at right now? Coming live.
Well, I'm in a half-clean hotel room in Bloomington because I'm here for a conference. So I came during lunchtime. I was here yesterday for a full day for the conference. Came back to the hotel. They thought I checked out. So my door was like open because I had taken everything out. I didn't know if I was going to leave this morning or not. So he goes, "Oh, we thought you left." I'm like, "No, I have to do a Zoom." And so it's half cleaned. And it's just weird. I feel like someone's going to walk in at any time to like clean the room because I have it one more night.
There you
I'm
go.
not
So you got a lot. Ask for a late checkout. Well, I think the latest you can check out is like 12 or 11, isn't it?
No, but I have it for a whole nother night. It's just that my somebody I work with they're gonna come use it tonight, and I'm going. We're like switching off so they can do the rest of the conference because I got to get to the kids. You know what I mean? I'm neurotic right now. Being away for 2 days, I'm like nuts. Just so you know.
Sometimes it's good to get away a little bit, and sometimes you're right. You after a while, you want to get back to what your everyday routine. But thank you for doing it today, and we got a great show lined up for you guys today. It's always fun in the sun. Beautiful. Looks like it's nice and sunny, and spring is right around the corner. We're excited about that. Let's talk about our good friends from Ace Hardware now that spring is here, and you know what that is. We're talking about on March Red Hot Buy Flyer Hit Homes. Yeah, spring is around the corner. Take advantage of the Scott's 4-Step program. It's his lowest price of the season, only $94.99 with Ace Rewards membership. Not an Ace Rewards member? Sign up to one of the cashiers and take advantage of all their exclusive savings. Did you leave your Ace Rewards coupons at home, or you simply can't find them? Download the Ace Rewards app and receive an instant $10 bonus. All your coupons are now at your fingertips. And our stores are ready for spring. They have everything you need for all lawn garden needs. Carry your best brands, including Scotch, Jonathan Green, Bio Advanced, Friskers, Toro, Craftsman, Ego, Echo. All of them are available for you, folks. That's right. And don't forget to grill your ace off. It's that time of year, folks. Pick up that great grill. They have so many different brands, and they got some great specials. How about right now? The Weber Spirit model is on sale for $499. That's the whole entire month of March. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before their neighborhoods. And speaking of Ace, tomorrow, the owner of the JRC Ace Hardwares, Raffaello, will be here, folks. Do it yourself. Fix it yourself with Ralphiello, and he's going to do it once a month, show you a project. And tomorrow morning, we'll let you know what the project is for you people that like doing that stuff at home and fix it yourself so you don't have to go out and call, What's it like over there in Bloomington? Did you get a chance to go to any nightlife out there after your conference?
Last night, I took some of my region, like liaisons to dinner. It's a really cool place called Medici.
Okay.
It's very cool, very good food. So we went to dinner
Okay.
last night for a couple hours. So that was nice. But I'll be
Okay.
honest with you, the nightlife, there's a lot of cute it's a college town. So
Sure.
if I had other people I was here with, that kind of like doing what I like to do, I would have loved to have gone to some of these little neighborhood college bars and restaurants. Um, the weather sucked yesterday. It was cold, rainy, kind of
Yeah.
snowy. Today,
Sure.
the sun's out. It's a much nicer day. So maybe I might take a little walk around before I head out.
And
But
you are southern that way, so it's always a little warmer than it is actually over here. A little
yeah,
warmer. It should be, yeah.
a little
All
bit.
right. So yesterday we didn't have the show yesterday. We had my doctor's appointment, just a regular checkup. I had to do all that crazy stuff. But for a chance, again, I want to thank Carlo Doty and Carlo Bertoli, of course, from Pizza Boy Pizza. Our meeting on Tuesday with Nick Hodges and Jerry Jams, putting together our St. Jude's benefit. That I know, Carol, you always help with that, and that's going to happen September 14th this year in Melrose Park Civic Center there. And we're coming up with the entertainment lineup and maybe doing some new stuff because we've been doing it. So that went over very, very well.
Nice.
And last night I just laid low. We went out and got a couple of cocktails at Pops, me and my buddy Carlo. So so it was good, just relaxation. Tonight we'll be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington with my good pal Tony Toto. That's at 7:00. Now, rumor has it that Tony Danza, who's the boss, might be in attendance tonight at Zaza's. So we'll see. I don't know. This is what we hear, but I don't know. You never know. You hear some crazy things. But tomorrow, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, Saturday, Johnny's Kitchen and Tap in Glenview, Illinois, 7 to 10. All right, we're praying for a couple things right now. First of all, praying the great rhythm and blues singer Michael Bolton. Right now, 72 years old. He's got a brain cancer. I don't know if you heard about this. So our prayers go out to Michael and the Bolton family. Horrible that is. And also my prayers go out to my good friend Denise Deanna and Tony Deanna. Her brother Johnny died. John Gulo died yesterday. So our prayers go out to the Gulo family, and of course the Deanna family, Tony and Denise. It's just horrible when people go like that. And something that what we try to do a lot of times for our friends. We like to, if there's a GoFundMe page or whenever we can do to help people. And I love this quote today. Today, you could be standing next to someone who's trying their best not to fall apart. Or whatever they do today, do it with kindness in your heart. And my friend Diane Gonzalez, who I've known for years, and her son Gabriel, I've known him for Jilly's for many, many years. They're going to be on the show Monday. They're going through some real hardship right now. They're getting evicted, and a lot of stuff is happening. So they're going to tell her story. Also, she's going to talk about bullying, the kids these days, and this is what's happening to her kid too. But she's got a GoFundMe page, and we'll explain it more on Monday. But if you can, you go to Give, Send, Go, and to support Gabriel. Whatever you can do, we really appreciate it. And again, she's going to be on the show on Monday, the last half hour, talking about, again, Give, Send, Go, which is a little better than GoFundMe. I guess they don't charge you the 20% support for Gabriel. And let's hope we can do something for that, guys. All right. In the meantime, let's see. Hey, it's a great bar, Carol. If you're pulling up to the parking lot and there's a couple outside arguing, the bar is a good bar.
They pour a good drink. That's what happens.
Have you ever gotten a fight with somebody, like your boyfriend, husband, a friend, at a public place, which got a little out of hand? Has that ever happened? Now, I don't think it's been that crazy. Some of mine, it might have been some words exchanged, but nothing where you start throwing glasses and shit at each other.
No, you know what? Not with the guy. A lot of times, we might have had an argument and exchanged words, but nothing crazy. But I do remember, I just told the story back in my crazy days. This girl really, really pissed me off, and really badly, and she was calling. So this was when back in the day, I was dating Bobby, but I was kind of living with him at the time. And she was like an ex of his, and she kept calling at like 3 a.m. for him to come out. And I'm like living here. She goes, well, it's his house, so I'll call when I want. So I was like, okay. And I knew where she worked. She worked at this bar that a friend of mine owned. So I waited for him to fall asleep. I just told this story to my daughter and Gianni. And I went to the bar. I saw her and I pointed to the back door. He was like, come out of the bar. And I put her up against the wall, like by her neck. I was like, and I said,
wait a minute, but she actually went, well, she actually met you. She actually went out. A lot of people know your
worked. I went to where she worked. And I said, leave, like get out of the bar, meaning come out from behind the bar, because you got a lot of mouth on the phone. And then I kind of did. I put her up against the wall by her neck and by her throat. That was not my finest moment. I was younger a little bit, but she stopped calling and I said, don't disrespect me anymore.
Hey, that was good. Usually it's sometimes after the first time, it takes 2 or 3 times till they stop. Oh, so you must have made a good impression or scared the shit out of her.
I did, because I was great. I was crazy Greek Carol at the time.
Okay,
so when that happens, it's not good.
It's amazing though, but we all know, guys, that we all have that in us.
Yes.
We can snap at any time. Some people take a long time till they get really pissed, and then they let people have it. Or some people just, I'd rather, to be honest with you, and myself, rather just go at it right then and there, get it over with, instead of holding 100 things in. And then when they let you have it, do you remember back in 1999 when you know, that kind of shit. So, it's cool. Interesting stuff. All you people out there that are having a problem with the Gulf of Mexico being called the Gulf of America, they're having a big problem with these people right now. But they don't have a problem with 12-year-old Timmy wanting to change his name to Tammy.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point, actually.
Gulf of Mexico, got to call it Gulf of America. Oh, we got to stop this. But you're not stopping. Hey, look, I think they just did a thing in the Senate. I know Trump tried to ban the transport genders to play different sports now. But I guess he lost on the Supreme Court. He lost it by a couple. It looked like the Democrats said it was to keep it. I mean, I think he lost by a couple points from what I heard. I got to do better research. Yeah, for men to be in women's sports. I know he tried to ban that, and they took that to the Supreme Court. If I'm right, I want to go back on the page that I just seen it about.
I thought that passed by like one or two.
Here we go. Legislation aimed at banning transgender athletes from girls and women's athlete competition nationwide failed to advance Monday in the Senate. While 60 voters were needed, lawmakers voted along party lines of 51 to 45. So 51 wanted to stop it. 45 to 51 wanted to keep it. They needed 60 points. They only got 51. And all the comments that came after that happened was, what's all this talk about? The Democrats want to protect women's rights. That's crazy. And I thought that, and someone said that I thought this executive order was signed on this. So it's almost like the Democrats feel about women. They're showing disrespect. They really are. And what about how do they look at their kids? How do these senators face their daughters and granddaughters?
Well, that's the thing. If your daughter or granddaughter is getting whipped, and has worked her whole life in sports for scholarships and wanting to go all the way with their sport, and then all of a sudden some guy comes in who is transgender and just wallops them, you know what? They'll feel differently, but they don't until it happens to them or it's not affecting their pocket. You know what I mean? It all comes down to just fighting their fight, for their own agenda, or it hasn't happened to them yet. You know what I mean? They don't care. And the whole thing with the Gulf of Mexico or America, they say, it's just a name. If they're talking about people, Timmy, Tammy, you know what I mean? Johnny, Joni, it's just a name. Why don't you just do it and not complain? Well, can't we just say it's just a name? It's just a name, Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico. It's just a name. I mean, one or the other. You have to stop being a hypocrite.
I agree with you. And look, I just think it's so unfair to the guys and girls, the younger athletes out there, and they're mostly the girls. Their sports. They work very hard after work. They do training. They do what they can to do. And then when some guy decides to become a girl, and when he went on that same sport and he came in 7th or 8th, but then when he played against the girls, he came in 1st place. It's just, it's unfair to the girls. It's got to be unfair, and I don't understand. It's just nuts.
It's an unfair advantage is what it is. It's like, because then you hate to say it's unfair, because then automatically you're just kind of saying, well, women aren't as good. It's not about they're not as good as. It means that they're built like, because genders are different. We're built differently, and certain things they come more naturally to men and or women, and their bodies are different. This is what we're trying to say. They are different. So, that's the problem. Is boxing, you don't put a 250-pound, or wrestling 250-pound to 125-pound wrestler. You don't do it because it's an unfair advantage.
And you know what? I don't care I don't care what anybody does with their body. Like I said many times on this show, as long as they get to a certain age. After 18, 19, 21 years old, if the kid wants to do what he's got to do, that's one thing.
Right.
But then at this point, since so many people, it's a very small percentage. If a lot of people, maybe they should just have their own sports. Why not have their own sports leagues? I mean, it's the United States of America. If you want to do it, you can. To answer Boyd's question, what's the point of changing? You're right. They probably don't have to change the name to the Gulf of Mexico instead of Gulf of America. They could leave. I don't even know why that's changing, but I'm just saying everything right now is so, people are so, you can't say anything anymore. And it's just crazy. Bodies are built differently. Agreed. Yes, Debbie. Democrats are showing their stupidity. That's right. That's a good point there. Not all Democrats. So let's not get, I'm just saying to people, some of these people that are in that old regime. And if you look at the speech that Trump had, a couple of things, of course, the Democratic Party, the ladies wore pink for the color of power and to protest. I don't think ladies need to wear a certain color to show they have power. A lot of women out there have they have enough power, especially if you're in that Senate, you're in politics, you got to have a lot of power too. Just women in general, to me, in certain things are much more stronger than men are. But they're wearing that purposely, and they're using and putting the little signs up.
Oh my God. I that made me so infuriated. It looked like it was a silent auction. First of all, that looks so stupid. That looks stupid. That was embarrassing.
I think that was dumb. And then that idiot Al Green.
Very, very ignorant and stupid and just idiotic. It did. It really did.
I agree. What's about this Al Green? He got kicked out for moving, making the chaos, and they kicked him out. It's crazy. But according to MSNBC and CNN, the poll was 76% approved the speech of Donald Trump yesterday for Congress, and 23% disapproved. Like, again, folks, the American public spoke. 76 approved. 76 and 23 aren't that close, folks. Not that close. Why didn't Trump invite the widows of the police officers that were killed in the insurrection and have them at the gallery? I couldn't answer that, Boyd, but it's a good point. I agree. Let them have their own sports, Ronald. Yeah. Ronnie B. Oh, there you go. Now they should use the paddle spank on themselves. That's a good one. And then how about this? Former Congress member, according to ABC, what was his name here? Former mayor of Houston. He suffered a heart attack right after the speech.
That's right. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, so that is terrible, and I don't know.
Bad timing.
It said Congressman. Bad timing. I don't know if it was a Republican or was it a Democrat. I'm not sure. Maybe he freaked out of the speech.
I think it was a Democrat from Texas. I think it was a Democrat. I think if I'm remembering.
It said former. Yeah, it said former mayor of Houston. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Silverstone Trunzen, if I got the name right, if I spelled the name right. But yeah, so I don't know. And like I said, everything, I've said this over and over, and we've talked about this many times, Carol, everything that he does is going to be triple more effect. Like I said, if it was just another Republican candidate, as president, I don't think there'd be so much anger and so much divide as it is right now.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. And also, and I know it's going to be, it's already been over talked about, and it's been one night. This was on last night, but that boy, the 13-year-old boy with cancer, even a lot of the Democrats really, spoke up about how just absolutely horrifying it was that people didn't clap. I mean, this kid, 13 surgeries, a brain cancer. He's a survivor.
That's how evil they are. That's how evil they are.
Who doesn't? I don't care who's delivering the speech. I don't care how much I don't like them. You see this young man, and this is like the apex of his life, okay? This is everything to him. This is his 15 minutes, his everything. And if you don't have the compassion naturally to tear up or have a feeling in your heart, something is seriously wrong with you, because your hatred is so big. Your hatred is so much bigger. And that shows me I don't want you in any position of power, because you are not a good person, period.
You hit it right on the spot. And I just go to show you these biggest criminals that are in prison right now, the meanest criminal. When they get a child molester in there, they beat the hell out of them. Even they have compassion. And these protesters, Danny, how you doing, Danny? I thought the little signs were the most stupidest thing that could be done.
So
it makes me feel, right, Danny, you're absolutely right. And Connie, how you doing? Why didn't they stand for the little boy? Jody Bowen, Jody, I hope you're feeling well, honey. Come on, Trump wants to make the mandatory execution to anyone that kills police officers, talking on both sides of his mouth. Well, Boyd, obviously we know I respect your political views, buddy. You're always, you say what you feel, and that's what's so great about the United States of America. Right now, there's most of the people that watch this show are pro-Trump, but there are people, like I said, but you have a point there. There's good and bad to everything. So I understand your point.
What I want to say to Boyd is this, because I thought about that too, because it's making it look like, okay, the police officer's life is so much more important than some of the lives that have been taken by police officers. Here's the thing. 99% of police officers are good people. Okay. There's going to be shit boxes everywhere in every profession. We've talked about that. I think what Trump's trying to do by putting that in there is there needs to be some kind of consequences for people to know. Criminals are not dumb most of the time. They're not stupid. So they need to put something in place to know that if you're, because right now there was no respect for police officers or authority. They could do whatever they want, talk to them, hit them, shoot at them, and nothing's happening. But if they start knowing, these criminals, that you're going to go get the death penalty if you kill a police officer, it might deter them from doing these idiotic things. They have to put something into place. So the people who are supposed to be keeping us safe are being kept safe from criminals.
Criminals,
criminals. Okay. Yeah. So I don't think he's necessarily doing it for that reason. I think it's because there has to be something put in place to say there's going to be consequences if you kill a police officer. Okay.
No, I understand. And like I said, Boyd and everybody else that's listening right now, usually as politicians, you guys know that no matter who the president of the United States is, what they say before they become president, they promised as much as they can to get the votes to try to do the right thing. I think Trump has made a lot of promises. I think he's trying to do the best he can. But like I said, guys, it's not even 6 months in office yet. There's a lot to take care of right now, little by little. But I do to Boyd to agree a little bit with Boyd on one point. I think sometimes he's taking on too much of shit that he's trying to do.
Right.
I think we should focus more on certain things, get them done first, and then what's number 5, number 6, number 7.
Right.
I think sometimes I think he's just trying to take on too much. So Boyd, I do understand where you're coming from. Good point. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things. All right, let's get to some good stuff here. Also, Citibank. Hear about this? The guy went to take $280 out from his account, and they gave him $81 million on accident. And then they found, before they caught the error, excuse me, sorry about that. My
Come back.
God.
Come back.
Come back. I mean, that lady should lose her job immediately, or a man, whoever was the teller at the bank. There's my good friend, Kim Peterson LeFew. How you doing, Kimmy? All is well. Speaking of cruise ships, and people are scared of certain stuff here and there. Faster Pussycat, the hair band from the 80s, was doing an 80s themed cruise, and his girlfriend fell off the side and disappeared.
What? She just fell? I'm going to move this.
Listen, now look. It's very hard to fall off the cruise ship. If it's a big wave and the cruise ship moves, that's one thing. If you're pounding a few drinks and you're walking and not paying attention and that slight moves, or you're on something else, or you were pushed off, So I feel bad for Faster Pussycat and that whole organization there. But you got to be careful no matter where you are. The floor might be swept, wet, sometimes you got it, but come on.
How do you fall off? How? I see these things. It looks like a building. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you leaned over. You were probably too many, and I can't speak. I wasn't there, but look, I have to admit, coming off when I did the last cruise, we had a few couple. If you're out there up in the top, little wind, and if you're an idiot, look, you get to all the way over, lean over the edge, you might fall. So just got to be careful on that crazy stuff that's going on. And guys, you know how much we love Almost Home Foundation for Dogs. One of my favorite places. Now they're needing some dry dog food and puppy training pads, and I put it on my Facebook page. Whatever you guys can send to the Almost Home Foundation in Schaumburg, there on Irving Park Road. I don't know if Debbie's listening, but Debbie was kind enough to say that she's going to send a big order there. And Debbie, if you're listening, thank you so much for the dogs. Almost Home Foundation. They need our help. Twisted. Toxic Thursday today. Anyway,
Toxic Thursday. I love it. That's it. Toxic Thursday.
From now on, right? Carol, do you still pay bills with checks?
No, I don't have any checks. I don't have a checkbook. No,
I only send checks. I only pay my band with checks. Okay. So they can use it, but everything else is and I couldn't tell you how to do it myself. Laura does all that shit.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you on that. Here's some funny news. Tampon Tim. You remember Tampon Tim, who was Kamala Harris's running mate in the last election. There's going to try to run for president in 2028. Tampon Tim for president.
They're going to come out of the woodwork. So's probably Pritzker. What's the other one? There's so many different people now getting ready from now to run for president in 2028. Yeah,
crazy as it is. All right, here's one for you. Remember, Mother's Day is for moms, not men in dresses. That day is April Fool's Day. I don't want to sound harsh and mean, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, now, but you're not a mom. You're not a mom.
No, correct. Carol, are you at weddings? Do you like weddings when there's little kids at weddings?
I don't know. I mean, I understand why people don't want certain kids at weddings, because they run around. If they're too little, they run around and knock things over and scream and yell, and they might be crying. But I've been to a ton of weddings, Greek weddings, the whole family. It's everybody. You know what I mean? The kids, they're not going to exclude their kids in Greek and Italian weddings typically.
No. My only thing is with the kids as an entertainer. They come dancing next to your equipment. They knock the mic down. They knock down the speaker. And then you know who gets sued? We do. Thank God we have insurance. But that can happen because sometimes the parents aren't paying attention to the table of 30 kids going, and drinking all that soda, and they're all sugared up and ready to roll. So one lady said the flower girl did her part in the church, and then they Ubered her home. She didn't even go to the wedding. You do your part and Ubered her home. I mean, that's just some crazy stuff. It really is. Hey, daylight.
Or watch your kids.
Yeah. Or watch your kids, right. Daylight savings time. Clock spring ahead on Sunday. Are you happy about that?
Yes. I need that.
A lot of people like that.
Yeah.
That's important too. Okay. Are you afraid of not getting what you ordered on Amazon? Try online dating.
I won't. I won't.
You see what I'm
Listen,
trying?
I know, like, okay,
It's good at the
I'm not,
picture.
yeah,
Then right, you get the
I won't
package and
do
it
it.
looks
I won't.
nothing like the picture. How many
No,
times?
no, look at the
Go
stuff
ahead.
I've
Go ahead.
put on Facebook with Snapchat, with Snapchat, with the things that I post. Listen, I don't look like that, but I'm clearly telling people, I know it's a filter, it's a joke. You know, I would never put that on on a dating site. I'm not never going on a dating site. Now that I'm eventually going to be opened up to, maybe I can't even think about what dating is going to be like. I don't even want to date. Like, uh, after being with somebody for 25 years, like, I'm thinking, when this is all said and done, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Because honestly, I'm
Well,
not
you know
going to
what,
do it.
Carol? Look, I've talked to a lot of people who are on dating sites, and they tell me
Yeah.
that's like you said. It's like when you order the big breakfast from Denny's in the menu, and then you get it to your plate. It doesn't look anything like the menu.
No.
There's people that put their high school picture or a picture that
Yeah.
was 20 years ago, and you know what?
Yes.
It's really unfair.
It
I've
is
known
unfair.
guys. I've known guys. I don't know about women, but I've known guys that took the date, walked into the restaurant, seen them before they seen them,
Yep.
seen what they look like, turn around and left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
But I've been a bartender
false
when that stuff has
advertising.
happened. But I've been a bartender at the bar where they've met and they're like, I'm out. Or the girl will say, I'm meeting a guy. You need to find out information from him when I go to the bathroom. I've literally done it. Oh, are you guys here on a first date? Like, I'll find out if he's like a scumbag or not, for real. I have told women
Right.
before, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. There's no way I would do it online.
And I've had a few of my friends who got screwed and went off on the company, did made a complaint on the certain company that they got the dating service on.
Yeah.
And went off on the person afterwards, private messaged them. How dare you? You not look nothing like this. You know, and it's really false. It's really unfair to the person that might be looking forward to having a relationship with somebody. If you're lying about the way you look, what else are you lying about?
Right. And then they're going to see you too. So you're going to know. I mean, eventually they're going to see you. What do you think that's going to happen when they see you and you're not at least somewhat, look, maybe everybody has a little picture with a little airbrush or whatever, but for the
I'm
most
talking
part,
about, when you got when not, no disrespect, but I'm trying to say, if and then all of a sudden you got a big mole on your nose that wasn't there in the picture. Some people, how they are, it's crazy. Anyway, Ocean Spit, little show about big things. It's time for real estate at its finest. Mary Grievous, folks, that's right. Now, looking to buy or sell your home, she is the Wolf Forever agent for you, folks. Give her a call at 630-688-1725. That's M. Grievous at StarkRE.com, Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate. And then, folks, we've got 16 days away. 16 days away to the Chicago Music Cruise. We're excited about that. We have the pre-cruise party next Wednesday. And it's going to be, folks, like I said, I know it's a broken record and we're almost coming down to the end, but it's going to be a lot of fun. March 22nd to March 30th. You can still jump on board Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas, Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, and Coco Key, Bahamas. Seventh Heaven, Tony Ocean, Mojo's Jukebox, Jersey Girls, Hillbilly Rock Stars. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. It's Ocean Spit. Carol Brandolino's with us. All right, Carol, you sent me this story, but before we sent that one, adult film star. Her name is, Holly Randall. She's been a porn star for 30 years. Now she said she's going to be stopped doing sex scenes with a man. And the reason why they're saying is because first couple things. First of all, it's hard to keep a boyfriend, hard to keep a husband. Now she's going to do just scenes with women. And another thing was that their bodies don't look the same and getting older. So they're feeling a little insecure. But then I mentioned this to my wife, Laura, last time, a topic like this came up. Yeah. A lot of the porn stars these days, the people that they're sleeping with, a lot of them are either their husbands or so it's almost like they're just filming their sex and selling it.
Right.
But this lady wants to, after 30 years now, she's going to stop sleeping with men for the movies and just do it with women because of the jealousy. That's got to be the same thing as dating a big celebrity, right? Imagine dating George Clooney.
Yeah, but sex. We're talking actual sex. They're having like in the movies.
No, they're talking about yeah. So, but the boyfriends don't trust them, or the husbands don't. But they also kind of knew what they're doing for a living when they met them.
100%. Yes, you're right. If that's the case, but here's the thing: if you said, here's the things that click in my head. You said 30 years. When did she start? Maybe 20. She's 50 now. Okay.
Yeah.
She's worried about keeping a boyfriend or a husband or whatever at this point at 50. But then she said her body's not the same. So if you're going to do porn still, and it's going to be with a woman, you're still showing your body and all of it. And if you're doing it with a woman, those parts are going to get shown because that's the only part you really can do. So I don't even know what that means about if she's worried about her body, because you're still going to see her body. Totally.
Another thing in the article said that the woman knows, most women know how to take care of another woman. Sometimes the man, it's hard. So women know what they need. So that was another reason. As she gets older, she doesn't want to work as hard. This was just a comment. Her name was Holly Randall.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Here's a story you sent me, which I thought was very funny. Florida jeweler heist allegedly swallowed $750,000 worth of Tiffany earrings. Right?
Yeah.
Did you get caught?
Literally, I was scrolling on my phone last night and I was like, what the hell? And it showed an x-ray. I couldn't screenshot the picture. And it's like, you could see it in the x-ray, the jewelry. I would like swallow Drano. I'd make him swallow some Drano so he would vomit that shit up or crap it out. Put some Visine in his cup and have him crap it out. But that's what's going to have to happen to get that $750,000 worth of jewelry.
Well, let's be honest. Tiffany earrings, you probably don't need to swallow that many.
No, you probably don't. But still, I would dig through that bag. I mean, you'd have to go to the bathroom, like get it out. My dog has swallowed things before that I wanted out.
Absolutely. You're watching Ocean Spit. We talk about everything on this show. There's no filter here, folks. Nope. Right. If you want to forgive student debt, fine. You get rid of student debt. Then you're going to have to go 4 years in our military. That's a trade-off. Let's see how many people want to do that. Go forgive your student debt. Now go fight for the military for here in the United States of America for 4 years. I think that's a good deal. I think it's crazy, but people think it's crazy, but I think it's a great idea.
I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy at all. Remember, I talked about criminals getting out of jail. Make them go to the military. You want to shoot guns? You want to do this? Gangbangers, all these people, or whatever, drug dealers, gangbangers. Then you know what? Put them in the military. Let them go fight on the front lines. Give them guns. Here, go with a purpose. Go to boot camp. And be out of jail and go fight for your country. I mean,
go fight for your country, and then we'll get rid of that student loan.
There's a barter.
I agree with you 100%. Yesterday, Carol, was National Sons Day. So a nice shout out to my son, Tony and Joey out there.
And to Gianni, I didn't realize it. Yep.
Also, we're looking for some gift certificates. Guys out there, anybody that's listening, we need a couple gift certificates for the Oceans, our Chicago Music Cruise gift bag. So if anybody has some gift certificates they want to hand out and find me before sometime this weekend, some gift certificates would really help for the grab bag that they do on the cruise. And I've got a bunch already, but like I said, if anybody wants to throw some out, we appreciate it. Restaurants or anything for your business, something like that. All right. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We're trying to get something here. Anything else? Oh, Fox News. Elon Musk and Doge has terminated the lease on the Barack Obama Library. So they stopped the lease on that building. So maybe Mr. Obama will not get a library
No more library.
We'll see. No library. I don't know. Right now they stopped the lease, so might have to find another spot. Interesting. Boy, right? We just go from one topic to the other. How about the weather? This is the JRC Ace Hardware Minute brought to you by JRC Hardware Stores. The weather today for Thursday, March 6th, 36 degrees out there. Feels like it's 28. It is sunny. Spring is in the air, folks. Humidity is up 46%. Wind is 10 miles an hour. And that is the JRC Minute brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware's. Buying local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Carol Brandolino live from Bloomington, Illinois. Absolutely. All right, this is covered here. Jaws. Were you you remember the movie Jaws?
Of course, I loved it. I was young, but
me too.
It scared the shit out of me until I went to Universal Studios and saw it, and I was like, "That's Jaws." Did you ever see the
sure
Universal
looks more
Studios
scary
Jaws?
in the movie. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's funny though. 50-year anniversary. It's going to be going out in the theaters this summer. They're going to redo it again. Show the old one. 50 years ago, Carol, that movie was. 50 years ago. Wow.
You know what movie I was just thinking about? Psycho. Remember the movie Psycho?
Norman Bates. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. When I'm in a hotel by myself, which I never really am. I don't travel a lot for work, but I just started to a little bit, and I'm only in Bloomington. But it's just a basic like a Holiday Inn like Express and Suites. But when you're alone, let me tell you something. There's not enough locks on the door for me. I was like, pull that one lock over, and I was afraid to take a shower. My brain goes to Psycho. And then I was thinking about the guy that was working up front desk, and I'm like, oh shit, oh my God, like I am neurotic. I'm not even kidding. I was like, Norman Bates up there is going to be. Do they have the keys to my room?
Well, you know what? There's a lot you can do now. Get your full Floyd card.
I have it.
Get yourself.
I have it.
You have it already, and get some mace and do whatever, because you never know these days. That's what's so crazy about this world. I mean, I know this shit happened. This stuff happened before, but the point I'm trying to say, it's just so scary that you can't even go on a vacation without something happening, or your own home without somebody, or someone on the road gives you the finger, then follows you home, or throws a rock through your window of your car. I mean, it's just so crazy right there.
When I was putting gas in my car one night, it was late at night. It was like 11 at night. I have mace always on me. People think I'm crazy. And I know there's cameras. They're probably looking at them. So I was putting gas in my car, and I had my mace in my other hand. So I had my hand on the gas pump, and I had my mace like this. I was like this, and I had my thing in the gas pump, and I was
just waiting anybody come near you. But you know what?
Right here.
See, they'll leave you alone. I told you this story. I think I did when we first did the show. Maybe you didn't hear this story. Guys got married. They celebrated their 10-year anniversary. They got married in Las Vegas. Wasn't on the Strip. It was one of those kind of lower class, because they didn't have a lot of money. So they went back to that same hotel 10 years later, and they decided to put a little porn on, and they seen themselves screwing on the pay-per-view porn channel.
Oh my God. That's a true story?
True story.
Oh
now,
my God.
Bad enough. It's just the husband and wife who it was them. Bad enough that other people are seeing it. What if the guy was there with somebody else, or vice versa?
Right. That would be way worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, oh my God, Dennis, is that crazy? Mary, how you doing? Yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy. You can't even. Yeah. It's completely nuts out there, folks. What do we got here? Adidas and Puma were started by two brothers. I guess those people make shoes, right? Gym shoes. Who had a big fight. Their disagreement was so serious they became lifelong business rivals. That's the thing we might have talked about. Being in business with a family member, or with our best friend.
Yep.
I don't know. There's some of them that just don't last a lot. They end up buying each other out, or screw each other over. I don't know if I can do that.
No, I mean, I don't recommend it at all. If people ask my advice, I don't recommend it, because money changes people. And that's the one thing that really affects people unless you know them very, very, very well. It can ruin the relationship. Totally. Totally.
I agree with
I've
you.
seen it many, many times. Yep.
I agree with you. It's kind of crazy. Beware these dog walkers along the creek. This is in Wisconsin, folks. Someone has left piles of treats along the walking path. I came across 3 going to the library to the sled hill. There's someone poisoning dogs in Arlington Heights. Just trying to apprehend, just starting to. So they're dropping these poison things during on the dog trail that people would walk their dogs. The dog will smell it, eat it like a treat, and it's poison. Now, who the hell in the right mind would do this to try to kill animals and someone's dog when they're walking it? It is just it's mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling that there's that much hate out there.
And they're not in their right minds. That's another thing. And they're off, obviously, but that's sick. And it's scary. You can't take anything from anybody that you don't know anymore. Yeah,
I agree. They're sick bastards. Sick bastards, Mary, is too nice of a word. But Carol, you're absolutely right. You can't.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is interesting. Humans now only make up to 38.5% of internet traffic. The other 61.5 is non-human hacking tools.
What?
So
I don't even understand.
38%. Yeah, well, there. Amanda Marana, an industrialist, has shared a statistic revealing that 38.5 of internet traffic is human. That means regular people, human on the and social media. The other remaining are 61.5% being non-human, including search bots, scrapers, crypto, hacking tools, human impersonators. With nearly 5 billion internet users worldwide, 63% of the world's population has used this internet since the 1990s.
Wow.
I mean, people are getting hacked every day. Yeah, right. I mean, it's scary, man. It's completely scary. It's nuts. All these stories that you read over and over again, it's just mind-boggling to me. Here, breaking news: unvaccinated school-age child in Texas has died of the measles, the first associated with outbreak in the western part of the state that has infected more than 100 people. Unvaccinated child is the first measles death linked to Texas outbreak. Here they go with
if you're unvaccinated from the measles, that's a long time ago. So that's probably somebody that's not from here, as my guess, right?
Yeah, makes
usually
sense.
Get those shots when you're kindergarten or even younger, for children's vaccines.
Here's something too. Workplace is a workplace. But like here, breaking news, Director of National Intelligence says that 100 plus intelligent officials involved in deep state sex chat will have their security clearances revoked. She said that they were brazen on using this NSA government platform to have these horrific chats because there's no accountability. So these are people using things to have sexual encounters of sex chats and stuff like that during company time, actually, with the government on government time. You got to look.
You got to be a real dumbass. I'm not going to. Okay. On government time, on government computers, they could see everything. I have a computer like that. Nothing. I mean, I just don't know what they
see that. And look, and everybody says, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Right. Look, when you get accused of something, you can say, I didn't do this or I didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. But with social media and your phone now, when something comes up on print, whether it's private message, whether it's a text, even if you delete that on your phone, you can go into your phone records and that will come out. Some people out there are completely, they're complete. Well, they can't prove nothing. I didn't say nothing. You're at work and then you're using a work computer, some of these idiots. I mean, come on. What happened in the old days where you just met each other? I mean,
I was just going to say, if you're going to threaten somebody or do something sexual, do it in person and do it verbally, because no one could prove it then. So if you're going to threaten somebody or if you're going to do something sexual, make sure it's in person.
Well, that's what someone said on social media. They said something, I love the days of the 70s and the 80s because we can say whatever we want and there was no record of it.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't do it on, everybody documents everything now. Don't write it. Don't take a picture of it. That never happened. Yeah. Right.
Speaking of idiots, an investigation has revealed that Governor Pritzker administration greatly underestimated the cost of providing health care to undocumented migrants, costing the state of Illinois $1.6 billion since 2020.
Do you know that this is why people are infuriated, because you know how many people have kids and grandparents and parents that are so sick and they can't afford insurance and they don't qualify for it. They don't qualify for it here, and they've been putting money into the system their whole lives with any job that they've had. That's the disgusting part. And Pritzker wants to run for president. He's a piece of crap. It makes me sick. And they knew exactly what they were doing, but they didn't get the vote. They didn't get the vote, at least nationwide. And now they're dealing with their consequences. You made your bed, now sleep in the shit, because this is where you are now.
That's where you are going to be. Right. I agree with you. Marion says, good afternoon, Tony and Carol. Can you do me a favor? Can you give a shout out to a very, very beautiful, special girl? Our granddaughter, Aubrey, is her 8th birthday, and she's a young, beautiful, happy girl. We're so blessed. Well, Aubrey, happy 8th birthday to you, my dear friend. That's it. Happy birthday, to be 8 years old again. Oh, yes. Boy.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I'm at the age where I'm at, because I don't think I can go back to being
no,
to being young these days, Carol. I can just imagine what it must be like. It's got to be a little crazy. Drives me nuts. I'm trying to get some stories that I've been saving so many from the past that I can't want to get some other new ones. If anything crazy comes up over here, not a single. Yeah, there it was. I already talked about the Democratic vote there for the transgenders in sports. Okay, here you go. This is crazy. Cavasto started his transition at 4 years old when they gave his father the strength and courage. We were mother and daughter. Then we both transitioned to become father and son.
4 years old?
Started this transition at 4 years old. They were mother and daughter. Now they're father and son. They both changed.
But that is like child abuse. Like, isn't it? Isn't it like child abuse?
DailyMail.com. DailyMail.com.
The kid didn't decide that at 4 years old. The parent decided it for the child, that you're not going to be my daughter or my son, whatever daughter, you're going to be my son. Like, that's sick. That's sick. It's a sickness.
See, and we can talk about this all we want. Where does this start? Where do they find this shit out?
And the doctors, what doctors are doing this? That's the other thing. They're the ones that have to be held accountable. They take an oath, right? I mean, that's kind of where certain things start. And that's what I think legislation is trying to do, that they're trying to, like, obviously penalize doctors. That's where it has to start, because this isn't going to happen without doctors, right?
Yeah, I don't know anything about like plastic surgery. Just say in general, people that have plastic surgery. Okay. It can't be cheap. I mean, you can get some of the lines, and you might want to get do something. But I'm talking about actual plastic surgery. So, say somebody wants to get their ears done, their nose done, their chin, whatever. It costs a certain amount of money. Do you imagine what it must cost to change your daughter to a boy, and a boy, your father, to the mom?
No, I can't imagine how expensive that is, because those are major surgeries, major surgeries. You're talking 30,000. I mean, look, you're in the hospital for a few days anymore without removing body parts. And it's $30,000. So I can't imagine changing body parts. I can't.
It's insane. I mean, I mean, it's like you look at these people from one story to another. It's just get to the point where nothing to me, nothing goes, oh my God, I can't believe that. I don't hear that. Nothing phases me anymore and anything that comes up, right?
That's the problem, though. Everybody's so desensitized. That's why everything is getting scarier and scarier, because it's becoming the norm. And you don't want it to become the norm. You want to still be like in shock because it's so, so radical, but it's not anymore. And that's what started the last few years is we've seen so much now, and kids have seen so much now that things don't faze them. And that's why they don't even value life the way they should. They don't value life.
They don't. And that's what's so scary about this, folks. I mean, come on. It's crazy. I mean, it's just nuts. Let's talk about Imperialux becoming your own bank, folks. Making your dream retirement reality, guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Cogwin will help you create personal pension, grow your wealth, and secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give Wendy and Craig a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. That is Imperialux becoming your own bank. And then my good buddy Jack Vanna Landscaping from Jack Vanna Landscaping, of course. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, et cetera, et cetera. Get online. Join it now because now it's the season to start getting your garden and everything ready for the summer. Get that landscaping done with our good friends Tommy Vayner. So give them a call at 847-432-5266 and tell them Tony O sent you. And last but not least, our good friends from Airtight Windows. If you're looking for windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. My good buddy Louis Pipes doing what they do best, folks. That's right. First of all, I should have got rid of that one. Sorry, guys. Everything is a little slow today. It's just me. It's not slow. I can't blame it on the computers now. It's just me being an idiot. So it's very simple. Just take the blame and then everything goes. It's much easier. Yeah, you can't keep blaming shit on computers. I'm the idiot. I'm an idiot. That's all there is to it. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. Honesty, quality, dependability. Do it right with Airtight. Servicing the Chicagoland area for 35 years. Do it right with Airtight Windows. Call Louis Pipes at 708-788-5000. There's a number at the bottom of the screen. Tell them Tony O sent you. 708-788-5000. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Toxic Thursday, me and Carol Brandolino, folks. It's just nuts. Crazy.
You know what's funny? I'm in a college town, right? Real quick. I'm in a college town and I was passing these dorms and I didn't go away to college. I went to Columbia, so I stayed home, I commuted, but I always wanted to go away to college. I was thinking to myself, this is a possibility. I wouldn't mind going back and getting my master's and or doctorate in something down the line. But if I work it out with Eliana when she goes to college, I'll do a back to school like Rodney Dangerfield shit, and I'll go to school with my daughter, and I'll get a dorm.
There's nothing wrong with that, guys. If people want to go back to school, I love it if they can do it. If you got the actual passion to go out and do it.
I want to be in some fun dorms with my daughter. Can you imagine? There's a reality show.
That's a reality show. I mean, look at Rodney Dangerfield. He had a ball at back to school. I remember the kid was so embarrassed. He was doing the farts and stuff.
Best. That would be me.
Oh, that was fantastic. Absolutely. Wait a minute. Sorry. I'm sorry. Who was this that said that? Was it Boyd? Seeing how you miss Jerry. Yeah. Now you see how you miss Jerry Springer. Back then, Jerry Springer's all we had, or the Star magazine or whatever it was, telling you all this crazy shit.
Yeah, the tabloid shit. Now it's real.
Yeah. Now it's real. So
they don't have to lie.
I rather have that. I rather have Jerry Springer back. Yeah. Guys, it's come to the end real quick. We got to say, folks, the 20th of March, something brand new. We've never done it before. Positano's in Oak Brook on Thursday, March 20th. It's going to be me, Daryl Armitstad, and Regina Karma on that night. Jerry Jams is in Florida getting ready for the cruise, and Lisa P is also in Florida. So that'll be a special night at Positano's. We're excited about that, folks. And next Wednesday, the 13th, we'll be at Bella Notte in Lisle, brand new place. with me and my buddy Dave Calderone and Double T Tony Toto. Dave was from Jilly's. It's going to be a good time. First time I've ever been there. So I'm excited. Here's one quick change, folks. We were supposed to be at the Getaway in Lake Geneva on April 18th. The problem that they're having is the next day is Easter Sunday. So when they went to the chef and said, hey, we need to come up with a menu for the Tony Ocean show on the 18th on that Saturday, the chef kind of said, whoa, we're preparing everything for Easter brunch. And Easter brunch is their biggest selling thing at the Getaway, which is in Lake Geneva. So they moved the date to May 15th. Excuse me, May 21st. May 21st will be the new Getaway date in Lake Geneva, and we will be posting that to let you guys know everything about that. It has come to the end of the hour, folks, and it's birthdays. I got some good ones here for March 5th. David Niven, a great comedian actor. Roland Arkins, he would have been Bean. If you watch British television, they played Bean, 70 years old. Rowdy Piper, for all you wrestling fans. Zeppo Marx of the Marx Brothers. Dawn Chon, Tommy Chon's daughter, actress at the age of 64. John Turturro, great actor, 68. Christopher Walken is 82. Catherine Bach, remember her from the Dukes of Hazzard with her Daisy Duke.
Yes.
Turned 71. Kid Rock is 54 years old. Sean Connery, the great 007, celebrating a birthday. Patricia Richardson, she was the wife of Tim Allen in, was it Tool Time? What was the name of the show?
Home Improvement?
Home Improvement, that's it. 74. George Clooney is 64 years old. King Kong, Willis O'Brien, the guy who created King Kong's birthday. And here's some big ones, folks. 110 years old to the Navy Reserve. Thank you. Happy birthday to the Navy Reserve. It was 110 years old yesterday. And for you people familiar with Michigan, Mackinac Island is 150 years old. Mackinac Island. And here's the big one, folks. The city of Chicago yesterday turned 188 years old. The city of Chicago. Happy birthday, the city of Chicago, 188 years old. Guys, we are coming to the end of the hour, and tomorrow my guest will be Raffaello from JRC Hardware Stores. Fix It Yourself, Do It Yourself will be a new segment he's going to do once a month, and he's going to pick a product there. He's going to do it live from Ace Hardware, show you what you can buy, how to do it all yourself. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tonight, Zaza's, Lake Barrington. Tomorrow, Chicago Prime. Saturday, Johnny's Kitchen and Tap. And so cool, man. I'm excited about couple new clubs coming up in the next week or two. So I'm excited. All right, last but not least, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Hey, stay refreshed with the Yeti. That's right. What Yetis? You got 3 different flavors. 3 different colors, blue, light blue, and red. Right now, the Yeti Roadie is 24 hard colors. It's only $50, folks. $50 for those brand new Yetis. Perfect for picnics, beaches, a lot of great stuff with our good friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, down the Ace Rewards app. Either way, keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace is the place helping neighbors before there were neighborhoods. And don't forget, folks, my friend Daniela Gonzalez will be on the show on Monday with her son Gabriel, going through some very, very difficult times right now. She's got a GoFundMe page, but it's called Give, Send, Go. Give, Send, Go to support Gabriel, her kid. They're losing their home, and whatever you can do, we appreciate it. But she's going to be on the show on Monday talking about what's going on with her and her son, and she's also going to be talking about bullying that happens to the kids in school. Bullying even happens to us adults. It happens to everybody, and it needs to stop. Carol, you have a safe trip driving home from Bloomington Normal.
Hey, real quick, Gianni was at his military ball.
Oh, look at that. Look how cool he looks. How cool is that?
He got to go to his military ball. So I was very excited for him. Very proud of him. He was so excited. He went this past weekend.
So what does he do for the military? What does he do?
He's in ROTC since freshman year of school. So he's actually thinking about joining the reserves because you could do that at 17. There's only so much I could say if that's what he wants to do, as much as it scares me, but sometimes I'm proud of him, and he loves the military. So he loves his ROTC. He's decorated, and he does very well in it. So, he just got to go to the ball, he was so excited, and he looked so handsome.
Did he bring a date? Did he bring a date?
Nope. He just met all his ROTC people there.
Okay, cool.
That was nice.
Hey, good. You know what? You do it after reserves. If that's what he wants to do, that's a pretty cool thing. You get a lot of benefits from that. You can get any job, state job. You can do a lot as the future, and you can grow your education. Pretty cool thing. Congratulations to your son, man. That's a pretty cool move. Guys, we got to go. Guys, so buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another, people. Stop being so angry and divided. John Lennon said, come together. We need to come together. Right, Carol? We got to do it, kid.
Yep.
And our good friend Nick Sahaj is going to take us out. Guys, tomorrow we'll be back, same time, same station. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless. Nick, take care, Carol. Be careful. All right, bye-bye, everybody. Have a
time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Support, guys. And if, guys, you have any gift certificates out there, we're looking for a couple. I need some before Wednesday for our grab bag for the cruise, the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Whatever you guys can help us out with some gift cards, we'd really appreciate it. You guys have a great day. See you back tomorrow, same time, same station. Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. God bless. Sleep warm.